And as you should do it, we'll begin with the national anthem of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. So we ask everyone to please stand for the singing of the national anthem.
Heavenly Father, Mother God, in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, we thank you for this ceremony today. It was long coming, and we give thanks for the results today. Today is a good day, Lord. Today is a wonderful day. And we thank you, we the Blackman family and all the extensions of the Blackman family, bless this ceremony today. In Jesus' holy name I pray. Amen.
Thank you very much. You all can be seated. Members of the media, I want to acknowledge Kaiso Mukojombis by Junior Bisnat. I want to recognize our sound system, members of council, as well as other specially invited guests, and last but also not least, members of the Blackman family. So we move the next part of the program to bring greetings and welcome address to Nigam Joseph, Councillor for Springvale Paradise.
Good morning all. His Worship the Mayor, Madam CEO, the Blackman family, Mr. Kiran Singh, members of the media, specially invited guests. Today I'm really feeling like I'm in paradise because the Blackman family and my family are close friends, and to know we are renaming a street in my electoral district where Ras SHORTY I will live forever now. Today is really paradise for me. I only met Shorty a few times, but I knew him as a father through stories of Auntie Claudette. I knew him through stories from Abby O.C. Gary. And today I'm feeling really honored to be here to give the welcome. Shorty was born in 1941. And if I didn't believe in time travel, I would be shocked, because the things he did in his lifetime, it seemed like he was from a time beyond. He's an innovator, inventor. Shorty, I did what many tried. He reinvented Calypso to bring it to soca. He invented jamun, and all of these things in this short space of time is why we at San Fernando City Corporation has decided to honor him and have him live forever here. He was born in Lengua, South. His last days was in Piparo, South. But his prime was in Marabella, and I'm sure he traversed these streets many times. And his worship, our cultural icon, found it the right place to rename Short Street into Ras SHORTY I Street. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to this street renaming ceremony, and I am honored to be part of this presentation, and again, welcome you to paradise.
Thank you very much, the council, for for Springville Paradise, Nigam Joseph. These things can happen, yeah? Also, we want to bring on also the president of the San Fernando Chamber, Mr. Kiran Singh, to say a few words.
Greater San Fernando.
Greater San Fernando.
Good morning to His Worship, the Mayor, Alderman Junior Gerlo, the first citizen in the city of San Fernando. We must always pay respect to the mayor of any office, of any city, of any country. The mayor is always the first person to be recognized in our function. And sometimes we tend to forget this in very official capacities in areas throughout the country. The mayor sits in an audience and it may slip people to remember that the mayor is present. Good morning to the family of Ras SHORTY, Councillor Joseph, media, friends. It certainly is an honor to be here this morning to address you, to say a few brief words. I think it's most appropriate that the name Short Street, I think, was reserved for Ras SHORTY. It couldn't be more appropriate that the mayor and the council in their wisdom chose this street for the great man himself. It is extremely proud for us here today to be able to honor and recognize the man for all that he did, to be able to fuse African and Indian culture and music. And it resonates with us up to today. It doesn't seem like old music. The youths listen to it. It's tuned in at every fete, every party. His name will live on for generations. And we must respect that. It is unfortunate that he's not here with us today physically to recognize that Trinidad and Tobago is recognizing him by renaming a street in his honor. And I must commend the mayor and the city council for actively, aggressively pursuing renaming streets to honor icons and those who contribute to the cultural and economic and financial development of the country throughout their tenure in council. What Ras SHORTY has done for us, we know about the cultural contributions. Looking at it from a business perspective, he has been able to take calypso music, soca, which is what he created, and put Trinidad on the international map. This is another person that we will never forget, who has this dot in the world that people will recognize. Trinidad and Tobago is where Ras SHORTY came from. And we can develop this tourism product from a financial perspective, add value to people who will come here and contribute and look, they will come to see Ras SHORTY Street. He's a South man, and that's good for us. Because now High Street can boast of Ras SHORTY being the newest citizen in the city of San Fernando. And we welcome that. We have to continue to monetize the cultural aspects of our culture, of our society, to monetize that. Marshall Montano, he's gone way beyond in terms of development. I'm sure the mayor will speak to you on this, but I will give you a brief thing. 2 days ago when I saw on Google the steel pan being highlighted on the Google front page, home page, whatever that is, I felt so proud that Trinidad and Tobago, the home of the steel pan, was recognized. And I think that ties into this very, if I could say, very spiritual time that we have, where Trinidad and Tobago is being recognized culturally. The steel pan with Ras SHORTY. Another young lady yesterday was recognized on the news for portraying music outside. And this adds value to the tourism product of Trinidad and Tobago. We have the carnival product, and it all ties in. And we could never forget the contributions that Ras SHORTY, he's a pioneer, what he did. And I know that we will hear more about him later on. I don't want to speak about his life too much. But again, once we tie in, we have to tie in culture. We have a good time for carnival. We have a good time enjoying the music. But how do you monetize? How do you tie in the culture with making money? Because that is what it is about. Ras SHORTY would lay the foundation, he laid the groundwork for us, and now we have to build on it. We have to carry forward his dream, his vision. It must be carried. His daughter is doing an excellent job. Members of the other, Nyla and other members of the family doing fantastic. And we continue to honor them. And we expect that that will continue. So, family, ladies and friends, I'll take my leave now. Thanks for the opportunity to say a few words. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Singh. We'd like to also, as we move things along, we'd like to also put your hands together and please welcome His Worship the Mayor of San Fernando to our meeting.
Permit me to make one correction with the sign that was exposed a little while ago there. It has to be SHORTY. It has to be that. But of course, you know, the English person in the office and the printer thought otherwise and spelled it TIE, but we corrected it this morning. We will reveal this sign now, and after lunch we will change it to SHORTY, so we will be happy shortly. Those of us So permit me to recognize this brilliant family that we here with this morning and made this significant contribution to our from the Blackman family. Of course, the president of the Greater Chamber of San Fernando, who is very, very important to this street, and he'll be the defender of this street, Mr. Kiran Singh. Our very quiet sitting CEO across there who paying all the bills here this morning, so she's also important, right? Our councillor, Councillor Naigam Joseph, the son of Jackie Kunau, who has a strong bond with the Blackman family. They're like almost one family in this sphere here, and of course members of the media. For those of us who know San Fernando well, I would have walked around Library Corner in 1970s. Under Royal Castle would have been Garfield Blackman, aka Ras SHORTY, Ironman Corey, Jackie Kunau, as well with a Seminole haircut, right? And there was another guy, a taxi driver, hung with them. Also Glenn Bontier, and these are like folk heroes in the city of San Fernando. And Baron was also part of that team. Baron wasn't a singer, we didn't know Baron was a singer, but that was a section that stood in Library Corner. Saturday morning, Saturday evening, Sunday, you pass there, they were like part of Library Corner. And they became like very iconic as we move along and understanding the history of San Fernando. It was Dr. Williams in his autobiography said that some men were born great, some men achieved greatness, and some men had greatness bestowed upon them. Ras SHORTY had all three. He was born great because he was born with a talent to explore, which he did, so he was born great. He achieved greatness because he was born in a little community in Lengua. How could Lengua produce somebody as great as that? So he had achieved greatness. And greatness is bestowed upon him by his peers in terms of fertility. And today the City of Corporation is bestowing a sign of greatness by naming a street in San Fernando, in the most important part of San Fernando, which is real estate value on behalf of Ras SHORTY. Through his recognition, much can be said of Ras SHORTY, and will be said by more is said by coming generations. But one must recognize him for his immense talent and incomparable contribution to the art form. Starting in the early 60s, when he made his mark with the 16 Commandments of Man, and I was there. I was about 10 years old in Empire Cinema when he sang the 10 Commandments of Man. And the first commandment was this: thou shalt have no other man but me. That was the first commandment. And there were 15 other commandments.
Thou shalt not ask me for no money.
Money. Right? Along. Now, you know, The other 15 commandments is, we just identify one, detailing how a man should be treated by a woman. In these modern times, many of us may not subscribe to this philosophy. However, the humor and the era it was made it acceptable. The following year he sang Cloak and Dagger, and the dagger always underneath the cloak. That was the Bajan days. That was 1964. That tune was played by Sundangers and the Panorama in Cold Spring. Panorama was having its second year in 1964. And Sundangers, a South band, played that song and came second in the Panorama in Cold Spring. This is where he was, way ahead of his time as Naigam identified a while ago. By the 1970s and 80s, he was able to fuse East Indian instruments, being the dulak and the tabla, that get exposed to in his environment the conventional calypso instruments to create a novel and unique sound. This new approach used in Shanti Om and Indrani changed the landscape of calypso music forever and fostered a greater appreciation of calypso music in the East Indian community. This album, Endless Vibration, will rock the country by introducing the brand new beat of soca and influencing soca musicians to follow. So he was the inventor of soca music. His ability to compose and write is phenomenal and truly the quality of legends. Not only could he write on a variety of topics, such as Money and No Problem, which was taking a dig at Dr. Williams when during the first oil boom in 1970, Dr. Williams said Money and No Problem. There was Ras SHORTY giving a twist to Money and No Problem. How come Money and No Problem when we have all those issues in this country? You have sufficient water, you have sufficient electricity, and you are saying Money and No Problem. That was an eye-opener. The Art of Making Love, another song again, that was able to influence young men on the procedure of love making. That became a mega hit. And of course, Endless Vibration, a game changer. These songs provided a groove and were influential to the younger community of the time. There's a vast dichotomy between calypsonians and calypso singers. The difference laying in the composition, combination of instruments, and performance ability. I can say with every degree of certainty that Ras SHORTY was the definition of a calypsonian and a true performer. He belongs to a rare breed of calypsonians who compose and perform their own compositions. As we reflect on his life, we may have difficulty understanding that he was driven by an inner voice. And we must understand that he had to make difficult decisions. How do you explain someone in the prime of their life moving away from a life of opulence as he answered his call to his inner voice? He himself and his family moved to a place where he could find his spiritual bearings. Today, his family and his children are certainly benefiting from his understanding and his contribution and are enjoying his blessings. The city of San Fernando is proud to recognize this southerner for his immense contribution and the role he played in the revolution of the art form, as he was the father and creator and inventor of the modern soca. May he continue to rest in peace.
Such moving words to understanding the history of this man. Darky Blackman, as we all know, Ras SHORTY. And we're now going to move to performance by the family before we proceed to the unveiling of the street sign. So I know this is going to be really wonderful for you all to hear a tribute. So as we put stuff in place to prepare for that performance, we'll have to be able to do that for you. We're getting blessings. Getting blessings in Trinidad and Tobago. Ras SHORTY.
We say blessings this morning. We acknowledge the Mayor of San Fernando, City Council members, family. Make some noise in this place. Today's a big day. Yeah. So we're going to give thanks as we celebrate this special occasion And this naming of the street is just the beginning. Because when we have people who contribute and have a patriotic spirit, who give all of themselves for the love of country, for the love of culture, for the love of people, more than themselves, the importance of all that we are, and a culture that represents all of us. That is significant. In the creation of soca, it's for all of us. It speaks our language as people from Trinidad and Tobago, and we are proud today, and we are proud of this move as we continue to take the music forward and fulfill the purpose and the mission of the late great Ras SHORTY. Say la 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 la. Clap your hands. Hey hey. Hey hey hey. La 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 la. Hey hey. La 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 la. Say life today, unlike yesterday. Oh, friendship gone, yeah. Leaving hate and scorn. Oh, say neighbor, living like stranger with neighbor. No, 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 no. No love, sir. No love, sir, for one another. So unite people as one, I create a song, I hope it live on. From generation to generation to generation. Everybody sing. Oh, Shanti, oh, Shanti, Shanti, oh. Purnamida, 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 Shanti. Sing, oh, Shanti, oh. Oh, Shanti, oh, Shanti, Shanti, oh. One more time, say, eh. La 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 la, 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 la la la. What may I say? La 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 la. A beautiful Abby Black man. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. This song you hear is an Indian prayer, yeah. From ancient times, oh, created to soothe your mind, yeah. In danger, in anger, remember, yeah, 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 yeah. Sing this mantra, this golden mantra from the master. Any nation take it materialism as religion is destruction. Understand the creator's plan relating to man. Sing, oh. Again. Shanti, oh. Shanti, Shanti, oh. Purnamada, Purnamida, Purnamada, Shanti. Sing, oh. Shanti, oh. Shanti, Shanti, oh. Yes, man. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. We give thanks. We give thanks and we are grateful today for today. Today is a beautiful day. Make some noise again. Today is a special day for Trinidad and Tobago. The most important thing as a society is to recognize our achievers and for what they achieve. Not only what they achieve, but the significance of what they do. And when they do it for their people, it's important that they're recognized. So we are grateful and thankful at this point in time. My name is Isaac Blackman, by the way, so just in case I didn't introduce myself in the beginning. So this song, over the years, the late great Ras SHORTY, I continue to contribute and travel through time and address the issues that we face as a society. The creation of soca was one thing, one stage to bring us together as a people, for us to identify as Trinidadians, for us to identify as Trinidadians. But when we had another crisis in the late 80s, we had a crisis of a drug epidemic. He was called again to speak on behalf of his people and rise up and talk to his country. And this song is that song. Yeah, 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 yeah. La, 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 yeah, yeah. La, 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 la. My sons and my daughters, to you I plead. Watch, don't get no horrors, but please stay here. I know you are young and restless, but you don't have to be careless. You see, so bad thinking leads on to righteousness, to happiness. Such true happiness. Walk cautiously, children, be alert. You have an enemy that's roaming the earth. I know you are young and restless, but you don't have to be careless, because so bad thinking leads on to righteousness, to happiness, spiritual bliss. That's why I tell you this. So watch out, my children. I don't know when to sing it. Say watch out, my children. Yeah, 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 yeah. They have a fella called Lucifer with a bag of white powder, and he don't want to powder your face, but to bring shame and disgrace to the human race. So let me sing it again. Watch out, my children. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. La la la. They have a fella called Lucifer with a bag of white powder, and you don't want to powder your face, but to bring shame and disgrace to the human race. And the issues that we face in society in Trinidad and Tobago, we spread this message all over the world, and we understand the importance of that. So we have a lot of our neighbors from Venezuela and South American speaking countries, well, our Spanish speaking countries from South America. So we want to sing this back in Spanish. You know what I mean? So make sure they get the message clear. Cuidado mis hijos, cuidado mis hijos. Hay un hombre que se llama Lucifer con una voz de poco amor. Y ya no quiere aprovechar tu cara, pero para caer en la desgracia para la raza humana. My friends, speaking brothers and sisters, attention mes enfants, attention mes enfants, attention mes enfants. Il y a quelqu'un qui appelle Lucifer avec un chant de brûle gauche. Et il ne veut pas se brûler au visage, mais apporter un détresse à la race humaine. Are we going to take this one? Those are ones like this. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember. Where are we going next? Are we going to India? We're going to sing this one for Eastern brothers and sisters, because Trinidad and Tobago soca music is a blend of Eastern and African cultures together. So they call me the Pachalago. They call me the Pachalago. They can sound just like shut the head. Who's not passing? I am all the time. I'm just looking about the video. Man, shoot that. We're going to stand uniting together, and we're going to keep this commitment of understanding the importance of our voice and never giving up the fight, you know, to keep our community together and keep our family strong. I want everybody to hold your hands. Everybody standing next to you. We're going to reflect this simple act of unity that was always done by the late great Ras SHORTY. So you know that together we stand, together we achieve, together we aspire. So lift those hands together as we celebrate, and we're going to rock to the music, and we're going to believe in the love and the power of this music, knowing that we have something special in Trinidad and Tobago. We're going to sing, watch out my children. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Watch out my children, yeah. And have a fella called Lucifer with a bag of white powder. I need a one to powder your face, but to bring shame and disgrace. We're gonna do it one more time. So let me sing it one more time, loud. Watch out my children. Everybody sing it, yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We have a fella called Lucifer with a bag of white powder. Say, I need a one to powder your face, but to bring shame and disgrace. Raise your hands, them high. Raise your hands, them high. We're gonna take a deep breath to the human. Make some noise today, some celebration, man. Yeah. We are forever grateful and thankful for this moment. Thank you very much.
Alright. The inventor of soca. We got an exercise process, we got a physical exercise process, vocal exercise process. Happy to see this kind of unity happening here in Trinidad and Tobago, particularly in San Fernando. And with that, we had the blessings of the song, we had the blessings of the weather, we had the blessings of words from this worship domain, and also our special invited guests and media. We now proceed to the street unveiling at this present time. So we give the media some time to take their positions, and then we will flow into the formal part of it for the unveiling. So the Mukajambis will take their positions, the media will take their positions, and then we will now to have the family take positions for the unveiling.
Which side? Which side they doing it? Out there? Did that rain? Yeah, you here? Wow. Yeah. I hope so. You will stay here, it's safer here.
I have to connect you. For a little while and everybody gets salt and pepper on there.
You understand?
Somebody put on me a party. It only news because if you have a hold my hand.
Yeah. I on the wrong side or what?
Abby, the mom was here. Only the mom was here. I said only the mom was here. No. Okay, so that's plenty. That's plenty.
Right. One ready, somebody said. Today, the 28th of July 2022, this street will now be named the Ras Shorty, I, Street, and Fernando. Detours, members of the farm.
So, you know, sometimes people think there's some, some incidents or some situations that are too hard to overcome. But, with love conquers, and it's not too hard to overcome. Sometimes people people make things more important than people. People make things. Things don't make people. So value each other, value life, value family, and build and use your strength and your resources as a family to help build each other. And that's the first step of us becoming a progressive society.
Was that? Let's talk to you.
I said, tell us your name, please.
Hi, I'm Nicolette Blackman. I am the third to last of the 23 siblings. And I think one of the most important lessons my dad has taught us in terms of the lesson of unity is that we are one blood. You know, we come from different cultures, and just like, you know, the many siblings we are one. Even though some of them might have different moms, I mean, a man can make a million children. But I think unity was really important for us, you know, so that's why we are versed in culture and we love and appreciate our culture of Trinidad and Tobago. And this year, I mean, you see my makeup messy right now because I can hold back the tears, you know. This was long. I'm really emotional about it because for somebody who invented Trinidad and Tobago music, not just one genre, but two. Because we look at Jamaica and we would see Bob Marley has a museum, you know, that's what we want to do eventually. And this is just the beginning. And also, I just want to say thank you to you guys and thank you to the mayor of San Fernando and Darian and the crew for making this possible and having a street name after him. So definitely emotional, and yeah, my makeup is messed up.
Would you say that your dad would have been undervalued and didn't really get the rewards of the recognition as was deserved?
I don't like to think in a negative light, but what I would say, time will always reveal the truth of everything, you know? So I think that he did his work, and Trinidad and Tobago is going to continue honoring. You know, you see Marshall went and marched to India, you know, and represent soca in a big way. So you're realizing this year more and more, it's being revealed. So I don't want to say undervalued, I don't want to say it in a negative light, but I want to say it's about that time. Yeah. You know, it's about that time!
I just want to say nothing happens before it's time. Yeah. You know? And I think right now there's a movement, in not just in Trinidad and Tobago, but in the Caribbean. Yeah. To highlight the talent that is in the Caribbean. And I think it is just happening in a timely fashion. Yeah. So we are just really proud to be here as the children of Trinidad and Tobago to celebrate with the rest of Trinidad and Tobago in such a monumental movement. Yes. We want to say thank you.
You want to be on the doctor? Okay, for the record, your name?
I am Abby Blackman. I'm the eldest.
Have you noticed while the unveiling of the flag, there was a lot of tears in your eyes? Yeah. Why the tears?
Well, I mean, it's 22 years that he's passed on, and we as a family went to all the different ministers of cultures over the years, you know, at least 5, okay? And we wanted a museum in Piparo, and we wanted a school of arts, school of music and art, because Shorty took us out of school to do music. He said the system is not geared up for artistic children, and that is why he put us out of school, right? So that we can focus on music and art, you know. And so we felt that that was a fitting representation of what he did, you know, and all of that. But it didn't happen. So today with this, and the name of the street, as I told one of the reporters here, that, you know, when the supper came, I thought that they might have, you know, name it after him. I mean, God bless him, that Popo, he helped to carry on the first experiment of soca, which is chutney soca. That's the first experiment of soca until he got it right in 1975 and brought the beat as we know it today, right? So that's a long struggle. I mean, I am proud that this street is named after him, because we take 22 years to recognize somebody who invent 3 genres of music: chutney soca, soca, and jamu. Come on! 3 genres, not 1, not 2, 3. You understand? And we failed but thank God for Pandey. When he was in power, he gave Shorty an award for making chutney soca. That was a blessing. And Kamla,
also gave an award for chutney soca. You understand? So at least ECN community recognized. And when the Prime Ministers was in place to bless that happened. So I give thanks. I'm finishing to say that this is what happened. I mean, come on. So, as I say, God bless him. He did a thing, but I remember I was telling her, I was about 7 when after show I did in Johnny. He came in our living room in Marble. I was 7 years old. I think, so Shorty, you see this is it. I'm doing this. Okay? Shorty said, go ahead, but I'm finished yet. He said, I'm doing this.
Now we see the unveiling and there was a misspelling. What do you think about it?
No, but you see, when you have technocrats and stuff and they very pronounced English and whatever, according to my cousin, she said, that's a German spelling of Shorty.
It's okay with you?
Yes, it's going to be, by Tuesday it should be changed.
It will change.
Yes. Right? But as I said, so I was totally overwhelmed. I remember going to several ministers of culture office. We sit down there for a long time. We bring what do you call it? Proposal after proposal. Nothing. Yeah, we could do so. Yes.
Are we all still would lobby for the School of Music and that?
We are moving towards that still. That's how we end up having the black man want to say, well, if nobody don't want to recognize Shorty, we will recognize my brother OC in the States. He's the one who said, I will invest in that. And he invested most of his money, mortgages, house, all kind of thing, to make that happen, to make the Black Man Ranch happen, right? You say, well, stop waiting on them now, let me do something on our own,
So are you opening up the opportunity for people who want to contribute to what?
Yes, of course, because we, as I say, we wanted the museum there, and the School of Arts don't necessarily have to be there, but we prefer it in South. Right? Because, Shorty buried right over the road there in Paradise Cemetery. Right? I mean, he's also a South guy. I mean, that's the diamond spot right there by Royal Castle. And all here, always by the library corner. So, and a lot of songs were made right there. Right there. Even Enchanting was made right there. In Royal Castle. So, Royal Castle with the guitar and everybody can have to hear and add a little 2 cents and so on.
What number can people call or email address if people want to?
Did Nina give you the information? She's kind of like the secretary.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
So we have never gotten a national award.
I think it's I wanted to ask you a question, but I didn't want to go down that way.
Yeah. I think he did,
He did.
He did, but he said, listen, I am here in the bush here with my children. Could I take this award, go to the bush and say, can I say, I have 16 children, I want $1,000 in goods. I can get that? This is the award I have.
So he didn't accept it?
No, he didn't accept it because he find it was, okay, I get a Shokonia or a Trinity or whatever it is that they was giving at the time. And he said, but I need direct help to support with my children now.
That was under which administration? Which was the Prime Minister at that time?
I can't remember. But what I was saying too, Mommy was saying, well, accept it and eventually you could love it. And they said, no. But everybody in the family was agreement to accept it. He find it should have been more. So I need help now. No, Isaac is living in Piparo. Sean and Sheldon, Sheldon has lived half a year in Piparo and half the year in Norway. And Nyla isn't here right now. She's in Caribana and thing. So she said to offer her respects to the contribution that Shorty has made because she's one who always pushing soca, the original soca, So
Iron Man.
Yes.
We have that school that people could have a lot of talent
because it don't have a place where talented children go to
That's all they do. Like, yes, you have the basic academics, most 5 subjects, but the focus is learning different instruments and singing different things and composing and music engineering and, a lot. It has so much.
And also the cost of producing a song is very high.
Yes, it is.
So if we have a school like that, that could assist us.
Yes, we could actually.
Continuing our rich legacy.
Yeah?
Continuing our rich legacy to
Yes.
develop our culture and our talent.
Yes. To export.
Yeah.
Because right now it's a glut in Trinidad and Tobago for artists. It's a glut. Right? And it's time for us to export and say, okay, we're sending this contingency to Germany and we're sending this contingency to Europe, to the whole of Europe, we're sending this contingency to Africa and that contingency to India and this one to down yonder, wherever. Because we have worth. We have worth.
Well, we'll push for that, right?
Yes.